Nahiman and Sahid. We have two speakers in our midst this evening, so I'll be introducing them to us. We have Nahima Opeyemi Idris. She's a final year student of veterinary medicine at the University of Ilorin, and her interest lies in utilizing academic knowledge and practical experience to advance animal and human health. She has served in many capacities before, including being the president, Slum and Rural Health Initiative, University, the General Secretary, Association of Veterinary Medical Students, University of Ilorin, Senate Clerk, Nigerian Association of Veterinary Medical Students, IVSA Nigeria Standing Committee on One Health, chairperson, and a peer mentor for the World Students Association, University of Ilorin. She is currently undergoing an internship at the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research in order to promote her knowledge and gain research experiences. Nahiman has received various scholarships, including the World Veterinary Association MSD Veterinary Students Award and IVSA DAD grant in 2023. Nahima has also been selected as one of the most reputable students in her faculty. Nahima is not just a veterinary student, she's also a member of the 2024 Campus Millennium Fellowship, which is dedicated to creating social impact. Her core interest includes, but not limited to, infectious disease and immunology. In her free time, she enjoys making her clothes. Please, you can drop an emoji in the chat box to welcome our speaker, Nahima, this evening. Nahima, can you just say hi before I welcome Said? Nahima, are you with us? Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Yes,
Good
you went off for a bit.
evening.
We can hear you now.
Okay. All right, amazing. Thank you so much for joining. So also we have in our midst the other speaker, very amazing person. We are talking of no other person than Mr. Ahmed Said Olaide. I beg your pardon for the pronunciations. So Ahmed Said Olaide is a final year veterinary student at the University of Ibadan. He has held various leadership roles in student organizations, demonstrating strong leadership skills. He earned his national diploma in fishery technology from the Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, Ibadan, graduating as the top student of the 2016 class. Ahmed has received several awards, including the 2023 MSD and World Veterinary Association Veterinary Student Scholarship, Morris Animal Foundation Veterinary Student Scholar, DAD Scholarship, Berenice Douglas Award, the PNSVEP Award, and more. He served as the fourth national president of the International Veterinary Students Association Nigeria, and his area of interest spanned across infectious disease epidemiology and public health. Currently, the project manager for Soft Paw Animal Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Ahmed Said Olaide in the chat box. Thank you so much, Said and Nahima, for joining. Can you say hi?
Hello, good evening, everybody. It's nice to be here tonight, and thank you very much, sir, for the introduction. I appreciate
Said,
it a lot.
are you with?
Can you hear me now?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Pardon? Pardon?
Hello, am
Are
I
you?
audible enough now?
Yes, you are audible, clear.
All right. I was just thanking you and then saying hello and good evening to everybody. It's nice to be here tonight. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Said, for joining despite your tight engagement. Thank you so much, evening. Thank you. Must apologize for starting a bit late, but we believe this evening. All right. So I think I will start with Nahima. They say ladies first. All right. So Nahiman, if you can hear me, you have not just won the MSD scholarship, you've won a whole lot of scholarships other than the MSD scholarship. So briefly, can you tell us about the MSD Association Veterinary Student Scholarship Award? Uh, Give us an overview of the scholarship. What is the scholarship all about? Maybe a veterinary student on the call is hearing this scholarship for the first time. So what is it all about?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am Naima, and I'm very happy to be here speaking to my fellow veterinary students. So the WVA Veterinary Students Scholarship, WVA, that's World Veterinary Association, and then the MSD. So, and the MSD is a pharmaceutical company that actually deals with the production of drugs and vaccines. So what they do basically, like the scholarship basically is actually open to the African students, African veterinary students, Asia/Oceania, Latin America. So this year we're going to be awarding 40 students $5,000 each, and the scholarship mainly recognizes students that are actually not focusing only on the academic. The students actually like contributing personally to their veterinary faculty, to their community. The students are giving back. So that's basically what the scholarship recognizes, and it is open to veterinary students that are not in their first year and final year. Thank you.
Something to add to what Naima has said in terms of defining the scholarship for anyone who is joining for maybe. Hello? Okay.
Yes,
Sorry, there was
you.
a
We
little.
can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me, Vivian?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
I can. I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, I had a little intermission. Okay. So I was saying, I don't know whether Said, you can add to what Nahima has said about defining the scholarship. You have something to add to that before I go to the next question.
All right. Thank you very much, Jacob, and good evening once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, am I audible enough, please?
Very well.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, basically, Naima has talked extensively about what MSD, what Veterinary Association Student Scholarship is all about, and I just want to chip in one or two things regarding what the scholarship actually focus on. She has described the scholarship, the sponsors, and every other thing. But then the scholarship typically provide financial assistance to help veterinary students cover their educational expenses, maybe the tuition, books, other study related costs. And also, this kind of scholarship is a form of encouragement for students to pursue careers in veterinary medicine and as well as contribute to the field of veterinary medicine in advanced and global advancements. And basically, the selection is based on academic merit, the leadership potential, the passion, your future passion in the area of veterinary medicine, and then every other criteria, especially in the area of One Health, animal welfare, public health, veterinary education, and co. So basically, that is what MSD really focused on. Yeah, thank you very much.
abin da kai a duniya yanzu
All right. Thank you very much.
hello ba ma kamar ni
Said. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
bidiyo ne ka kalli bidiyo ka so ka
All right. All right. Before I go back to Nahiman, Said, I would like to also ask you, so what do you think will make an application stand out? Maybe you can briefly run us through some of the things a student will expect in the application and what they can do different to actually make them stand out in the application process.
samu lafiya kawai halin shi ta balle sai kari abin duniya wallahi ba jiran kiyama yanzu wallahi
All right. Thank you
Said,
very
did you
much.
hear my
Yeah, I heard the question. You mean what individual or the applicant for this particular scholarship should prepare for, and what will make them distinguished as well as unique from every other applicant? Well, talking about the scholarship itself, like I stated during the introduction earlier, they mostly focused on your passion for this profession. How do you intend to contribute to this profession in the nearest future? That is one of the area of concern for the reviewers of this particular scholarship. Do you have the potential to advance the profession in the future? And as well as what do you intend to do after school with this particular degree? So I see this scholarship as a form of encouragement, as a form of assertion for individual passion. Okay, we want to push you further. Oh, you've chosen this profession. We are training the future veterinarians, and we want to see how you can be of use, how you can contribute to the future of this profession. So basically, this scholarship is divided into majorly two sections. And the first part, you'll be talking about yourself. I mean, the applicants, whereby you will have to tell them one or two things about yourself. Why do you choose to study this profession? What do you intend to do after school? How do you intend to do it after school? What are your passion? What push you to study this profession? And the second part of the scholarship describe generally about veterinary medicine, veterinary profession. What are the challenges veterinary profession has been facing in the last few years? What are the opportunities you think are in this profession? And what are the future challenges you think this profession will be facing? So it is basically your personal essay and your perspective about the profession as well. You talk about yourself, then you talk about your perspective about the profession, which is veterinary medicine. So the assessment is of two categories: the one that talk about you and the one that talk about veterinary medicine as a profession. I think that provide an overview to the question you asked, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you've highlighted the fact that a student needs to express his passion and then prospects about the profession, what he hopes to do, and if he can actually express himself well, um, clearly define what he hopes to do with the scholarship and we can also do all of those other things you've mentioned, I think the student will have an edge over every other student. So Nahima, if you have something to add to what what Said have said, you can add to that. And then I'll also ask you, Nahima, what is your take on maybe use of AI in this scholarship application? I know a lot of students, a lot of applicants, they want to use AI. So what would be your take on how would you guide students that maybe would like to use artificial intelligence app in the application process? Thank you.
Good
All
morning.
right, thank you so much for your question. So for the first one, Said already answered a lot on it already. I think this scholarship is a form of introspection for students to actually think about what it is that, imagine a second or third year student that's like, oh, maybe I don't really know what I want to do with this degree yet. But then you seen those questions and like can actually like force you to actually like ask yourself, okay, what is it that you want to do with this profession after school? What problem it is that you want to solve? Like, veterinary medicine profession is not just about treating animal disease, diagnosing animal disease alone. Like, there are a lot of things that you can do as a veterinarian. So this scholarship actually like serves to bring out that, yes, this is what I want to do, and kind of provide a form of image for it. Okay, this is where I see myself in probably 5 or 10 years time. So for the second question, actually, actually seen some essays in the short span that they opened this application that people actually like with that. Definitely are going to see that this person used AI. So that was why even going through the application from like when you open the link and all, you're going to see that it's clear that they mentioned limit your use of AI. There is no how. It's going to be very flexible. And this scholarship is not something that you just, oh, imagine 10, 20 people asking AI the same question. Definitely, it's going to give you very similar, like it might not be what to when the same wordings and all, but it's going to give you very similar answers. So it's actually like best for you to present your own personal story, something that is actually like genuine, something that actually like make them see that passion in you, that okay, this person is actually passionate about this thing. Okay, this is what this person wants to do. Okay, this is what this person is bringing to the profession, than actually using AI, because there is no how. If you copy AI word to word, it's going to be very feasible. Like, you don't even need to, even me that I'm not a reviewer, and like I'm still a student, I actually kind of point out this is an AI written essay. So even if you're going to be using AI, you should limit its use. Like, don't copy from word to word and just present your own personal story. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Naima. Students that are using AI then should be very careful in using AI. Just imagine everybody else is using AI. Just imagine the result. So, dear applicants, if you're going to be using AI, then you need to be careful. For me, I think I will chip in a little here that sometimes I prefer you generate everything, and maybe you can just use a little of AI to polish it. And even after AI has polished, you try to still, do your own edits after AI has done its own. All right. So back to you, Said. Maybe this will be the last question for me now before we open the room to the participant to ask their questions. So can you share with us your personal experience, how the application process was for you? What do you think made you stand out? And can we just hear your story? I think it will inspire a lot of students on the call. Said, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I'm here. I didn't know the question was for me. Please, can you come again?
Okay. So you've won the MSD Scholarship Award, and not just MSD, you've won a whole lot of other scholarship awards. So can you tell us the secrets? Can you tell us the story? I think it will inspire a lot of people on the call. How did the journey go for you in all of this application? Not just the MSD scholarship. Like, what made you stand out? What do you think made you stand out? Can you just tell us your story?
All right. Thank you very much for the question once again. Personally, I would say I pay attention to details. That is very, very important. In whatever you are doing, you should pay attention to details. The first thing and the most important thing in any application is to pay attention to the instructions given. You should know the instructions, read it. I read the instruction close to like 3 or 4 times before attempting to even do anything regarding the application. So when you read the instruction, you get insights, you get um, knowledge about what the reviewers or the body sponsoring the particular scholarship is requesting for. What do they need from you? And how do you present yourself? That will guide your perspective about how you will start, whether your essay, whether your introduction, whether whatever you want to present to them. It is very, very important to read instruction and pay attention to details while reading the instruction. In the instruction, they always chip in 1 or 2 things that is unique that they always look out for. Once they don't see that in your essay, then automatically, they review a lot, and close to like imagine close to like 1,000 applicants for an application that they will only pick um maybe they will only pick 90 or 50 people. So they don't have time to help you polish your essay or to consider, oh, this is what you are trying to say. It is whatever you present to them and however you present it to them, and how whatever you are presenting fits into the scope of the scholarship. So I used to say there are some scholarships that focus on academic merit. There are some scholarships that focus more on social program. There are some scholarships that focus more on your volunteering experience. There are some scholarships that focus more on your potential. Okay, in the next 10, 15 years, where do you think the way they will ask the question will guide how you will respond to each of the question. So when I'm attempting to apply for any scholarship, I intend to pay more attention to the instruction first. I read it like 3 or 4 times. Then I now think, what are they asking me for? What do they expect me to provide? And from there, I get insights into how to go ahead with the application. And trust me, most of the time, you will always come out as one of the winner of scholarship. It's not everybody has content, everybody has story, everybody is unique in their way. But then the way you present yourself will determine how outstanding you will be among the unique set of people. So that is very, very important. And in terms of the MSD scholarship, like I talked earlier when I started, you have to read the questions. What are they asking you to provide? Like the first question is stated, describe why did you choose to study veterinary medicine? Then I started thinking, why did I even choose veterinary medicine in the first place? That was the first question that came to my mind. Then I didn't respond to that. I quickly moved on to the next question, which was my career goal. Then I move on to the next question. I had that at the back of my mind, just put it there, check the next question, describe what MSc scholarship means to me and how it will help me to support my study, develop a research or a community project. Then I noticed, okay, these are the personal questions, these are the personal essay I am to provide. Then one thing is very, very important when you are doing applications that involve different set of questions and that you have to find a way to make it into one. Because to me, all these questions they are asking, especially the personal, they are one question, just splitted into different segments. So when you're applying for this kind of scholarship, you have to be consistent, and you have to be coherent in your essay. What do I mean by that is whatever you write in essay 1 must tally with what you are writing in essay 2. You can't say what inspired you into study veterinary medicine is because you want to become a veterinary surgeon, you love animal, you like to take care of them, and then they are not telling you what is your career goal, and your career goal is to become a pathologist. They do not align. They are not together. You are not being consistent. You don't even know what you want yet. So, and this kind of scholarship need people that have been thinking about the 10, 15 years plan. Okay, where do you see yourself in the nearest future? How do you think you'll be able to contribute, make a meaningful contributions to this particular profession? So whatever you are writing must be consistent. If you are talking about, okay, like I used to tell people, whenever you are writing an essay, look at what you want to write about. Are you writing about research? If you're talking about research, let it be consistent. Why do you choose to study veterinary medicine? Focus on you might have a lot of reasons why you choose to study veterinary medicine, but focus on the one that you think align perfectly with what you want to write in that essay. If it is research, let it be why you choose to study veterinary medicine is because of research. Write everything you'll be talking about there should focus on research. When you get to your career goal, let it align to. When you get to what do you need the money for? Let it be consistent in your essay. Don't say you want to use it for research, you still want to set up a business, and you want to be an innovator in the veterinary profession. You can't be everywhere at the same time. They will know you don't know what you want yet. If I'm the reviewer, I will check, oh, this person is not being consistent. Today you want to be this, tomorrow you want to be that. Focus on one particular thing. Why did you choose to study veterinary medicine? After all the story, your background story, and how to curate it, let's still find a way to link it with your career goal. Why is it about the reason you choose it in the first place? And what do you need the money for? Find a way to link it with your career goal. That will help whoever is doing it to be, oh, this person is being consistent. But will be one understanding because they will, okay, this person actually know what we are asking for, and this person is a potential individual who would like to advance their career. I think that you see better chance in this kind of scholarship. Likewise, every other scholarship. If you are writing about leadership, talk about it. You are studying veterinary medicine because you want to be a leader in so industry because so things. And what are your career goals? That leadership too. What do you want to do with the money? Let's align with whatever your career is. What you say, inspiration, be your motivation, and let your motivation become your goal. From there, why do you want to be veterinary? Something must have motivated. That thing that motivated you must have pushed you into achieving the goal, which is a career goal. That will help you in responding to the second question. So your career is what you now use the fund you want to get from the scholarship to finance. So from there, you are being consistent and you are being, and with that, you stand a better chance of getting any application you to. I think I was able to put a little insight into that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Said, for that elaborate explanation on what made you stand out and what will make anyone else stand out if they apply. So the applicants do well to be detail-oriented in this application process, do well to go through every part of the application. Like Said said, for him, he goes through at least 3, 4, 5 times. You can go in more and see that you truly understand what the application is about. And like he rightly said, where to be coherent, be consistent with whatever idea you are bringing on board, whatever you are saying, try to be consistent. So that means you should run through all the questions and see a way of linking each one of them. Thank you, Said, for that wonderful contribution. So back to you, Naheem. Maybe this will be the last question for the meantime. So what will be your advice to any students? Maybe the person is applying for the first time, or for those, maybe let me just divide the question into two. For those applying for the first time, what would be their advice, your advice to them? Maybe for somebody who feels he has not gotten enough experience, maybe in terms of community service, he has not done a lot yet. Maybe let's say somebody who is in their 200 level and have not really done much. What would be your encouragement, or rather your advice to them? And maybe somebody who applied last year couldn't get it, what would be your advice to them? So before Nahima responds, please, if you have any question, you can indicate in the comment section, in the chat box, and we'll attend to the speakers will attend to the questions. So if you have any questions, you can. All right. So Nahima, over to you, please.
Hello, can I go on to answer the question?
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I should come again with the question. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, Nahima, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. But your network is
Okay. So I was saying, what would be your advice to a student, let's say a 200 level student, who maybe feels he's just starting, maybe in terms of community service, he has little, and someone in that category, and maybe somebody who applied last year couldn't get it? What would be your advice to them? Hello, Nahima, can you hear me? Okay. I think we'll get back to her. The network has been very frustrating at my end too. So for those that have questions, please, you can drop them in the chat box, and I will direct them to the various speakers, and we'll wrap up from answering the questions. So if you have any question, you can drop them in the chat box, or you can re-indicate and okay, Naima, are you there?
yes, I'm here. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so can you
apart from
respond to the question now?
uh, hello. So I'll just go on from the last thing I had to say. So apart from the essay question that a student is supposed to provide, you have to provide your recommendation letter and a it be signed out from a faculty office or from your dean. So whichever it is, they're going to be asking to write a recommendation letter for you. They must be people that actually like know you, that can actually like attest to your ability. I can actually like write something that, yeah, apart from the essays that you yourself are going to be writing. So it must not be something generic, like they must be able to write, okay, this student is she's very good in class, she's compassionate, she's this, she's that. But they should still be able to provide, oh, maybe you probably did something in class, something that's just going to make you stand out. So that's part of a recommendation letter. And when you're preparing your essays, and the first period mentioned a lot about that already. But then when you're writing your essays too, most times don't just attempt to probably finish everything in one sitting or at a time. So after looking at questions, you're gonna write a number of times, and then you start writing. So once that you start writing, probably write everything that is coming to your mind. So already with question, already know this is what I want to write. Write everything and possibly give yourself some time, and then come back to look at it. After looking at it, you actually like, oh, I think I need to remove this. I think I need to add like 3 times already. Something enough like 2 3 times already. You can possibly send it to someone that, oh, help me go through this. So like personally, whenever I see I'm applying for something, at least I send it to through other people to go through it. Probably this person see this and be like, oh, change this, add that. And then after that, you have to possibly use a just ensure that there's no typos in whatever it is that you're writing. Possibly use an app like Grammarly to help you go through like grammar check and tenses and like whatever it is you're going to be submitting. Just ensure that it's going to be as like give it your best for each application. Like, ensure that you're putting in your best, you're giving it your best shot. You are trying to make the VS that okay, you are the best person to actually get this scholarship. And you don't you must not even wait to is a week or two to the scholarship deadline before you start writing. That's not going to give you enough time, especially to to properly write your essays and even review it before like giving it to people to review. So it's best for you to start early. You understand? So I think that's the advice that I want to give people that are applying for the first time and people that actually like applied before and they were not choosing. If you are still part of those that are eligible, you know, still give it your shot. And I think yeah, like from last year to this year, you must have actually come to the conclusion, okay, this is what I want to do with my degree after my after graduating from school. This is the problem that I want to solve in the veterinary profession. These are some of the challenges that I think I can actually provide solutions to. So some of those things like the growth and development over the past 1 year, I think that should also contribute to so like seeing that this time around you actually give it your and I think when you're applying for scholarship, just give it your best. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naima. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For everyone here, I would say that, like my mentor would say that, when you are faced with this kind of situation, also you should ask yourself, what's the worst that will happen? The worst that will happen may be that maybe you are not selected. You will definitely learn on the process. So I will advise everyone who is eligible for this scholarship to give it a try. Of course, the deadline is already close. I think it's 8th November, if I'm correct. So that means you need to be as fast as possible. You should contact the persons that are writing letters of recommendation for you in time so that they can start working, and then see how you get someone to review your essay on time. And I believe that our speakers, I think they will be open if you can reach out to them earlier. I think let me check the chat box if we have other questions. Okay. I think the first question as to getting a second recommender, that's a referee, must it the person who is in the part of career goals? I don't know. Can you respond to this, Saeed? if, okay, for instance, I have interest in public health and I'm looking for somebody who is going to recommend me, must it be someone who is in the area of public health? I think that's what the person is asking. And maybe in my career goal, I spoke about the fact that I want to advance in the area of public health.
All right. Thank you very much once again, Jacob. So to respond to that question, I think it will be better if you can get somebody from your line of career goal. I think that will give you a more assertion that okay, this person is actually making efforts. Like you gave example, if you are interested in public health or you want to do public health, for example, let's say surgery, you want to be a surgeon, veterinary surgeon, for example, if you get a letter from a well-doing veterinary surgeon, at least the reviewer will think, oh, this person, this individual is making efforts in this career goal that he or she intends to become in the next so year. So, and I believe anybody that is writing any career goal by now, if you are in second year, third year, fourth year, you will be making efforts gearing towards that particular area of life. You want to be a surgeon, by now you should have met one or two surgeons because something must have motivated you, and then you must have seen somebody doing very well in that particular field. So you can approach such individual, San, I would like you. But then one thing is very, very important when you're talking about recommendation letter. Ensure the person you are meeting will write something good about you. It is very, very important. So that the person might be outstanding in that field, but then will the person write something good about you? Do you have that kind of relationship that will warrant such individual to write, to vouch for you? Because letter of recommendation is just like, I'm vouching for this so person. He is of good character and he has potential to advance in this field. Do you even show interest in that field for the person to even write for you? You're talking about surgery, but all you've been doing maybe is without pathology. So it is better if you meet somebody in the field that can write something good about you. But if you don't have access to that, you can use anybody. It will be better if you get somebody from the academics. If there is nobody from the academics, then you can go into the industry, veterinary industry. Just ensure whoever is recommending you for this particular scholarship is within veterinary profession. That will give you a more that will make your application solid. Maybe the person is a veterinary surgeon in the industry or in the academics. Maybe the person is in the field or within the academic settings. That will give you upper edge compared to now getting recommendation letter from someone outside the scope of veterinary medicine. I think I was able to provide some response to that question.
Very well.
Yes. Yeah, the person should
Very
be
well.
in your career
Very well.
goal. If the person is not in your career goal, then ensure the person is within the veterinary profession. Since the scholarship is specific
Very
for
well.
veterinary
Very well.
students, it's part of the instruction that unwritten instruction or unwritten rules
Very
that
well.
will give you upper edge. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And maybe to suggest to any applicants that I think it will be also good that you show the person recommending you your AC. It will give him a clue, a detail about what you are actually doing. Maybe in my essay, I spoke about the fact, maybe I spoke about what I am doing in my community. In, let's say I am working in, I volunteered in this. The person can also add that specifically in your recommendation later, so that it's not just a generic recommendation later. You know, there are many persons just write recommendation letters and keep. So anytime you reach out to them, they just edit to suit that, and that's it. It's okay, but then it's good that you also let them see what you are doing. Like, there are some persons that when I reach out to them for recommendation, they will say, okay, send your CV or send the application, let me see. So that, you know, that kind of person will definitely tailor it to that area. So even if they don't suggest, you can try to suggest to them whether you should send to them or something like that, maybe just to add. All right. So over to you, Naima. We are trying to run the short while. So somebody asks that, is there any advantage for early application? Is there any advantage for early application?
Okay, so it is actually advised to apply early. But then my own opinion is that whenever you're actually submitting, you should ensure that you are submitting the best. Don't think that because you want to submit early, then you just do something haphazardly and just submit. So for my own application, I submitted about 5 days to deadline, and the application was open for over 30 days. So what I'm saying is actually left to the reviewer, and actually like depends on the scholarship. Some they will tell you that the application they're going to be reviewing it on a rolling basis. That means as they are submitting, they are going to be reviewing it. And once they see, oh, I think we are okay with this, you might just get to select those that actually like, oh, this person meets the requirement and all. But then for some, they actually review every application before actually deciding that, oh, these are the ones that are going to be selecting. So for this one, in as much as you might actually want to submit early, it's best to actually submit when you actually like know that, oh, this is the best I can provide. But then don't submit on the day of the deadline, and don't submit like a day to the deadline, because network issue. And I think there is this time zone difference too. Something actually like caused it to child because this is 11:59 EST, and there are times that the times in experience is sort of different from our own. So it's best to actually like submit, like, no matter what, maybe 3 days, like, no matter what. That's why it's good to start early. So just submit when that you've given it your best, and don't submit too close to the deadline. Thank you. That's all.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much, Naima. All right, I think the very last, okay, somebody says he needs more explanation about the portfolio, and then another said, whether the transcript is an evidence for 100 level results. Yeah, it's an evidence for first year results. So, Said, can you respond to these two questions? Somebody needs a little more explanation about the portfolio, I think, and then somebody's asking whether transcript for is an evidence for 100 level results. Yeah, I think that's the question.
All right.
It's an evidence of 100 level exams. Yeah.
Level results. All right. Thank you very much, Jacob, once again. Before I will even go to respond to that question, I just want to buttress to what Naima stated regarding um, the application deadline and code. MSD specifically, they don't do rolling application. Like they reviewed everything at once. I think I was opportune after the scholarship, the last one. I was opportune to meet one of the reviewer, the only reviewer from Nigeria recently. And he told me I had to introduce myself to him because I saw his profile on their website. Then I said, this is the man when they introduced him at the program I was then. He said it took them close to like 4 or 5 months to review the entire applications before they now started selecting people. So it means MSD don't do rolling application. So it is when after the deadline, they collect everything together, set a criteria for grading, then they started reviewing one after the other. And most of the time, after you are done reviewing, you bring it to the board, they review it. Okay, these are the criteria. This is what the individual met. So you submit your application whenever you are ready, whenever you think you've certified to the best of your knowledge, and you've given it to people to help you check, review, probably the past winners or individual that are well knowledgeable in this area of scholarship and application. I think that will make you so submit whenever you think you are ready. Don't rush because you want to submit early or you want to be part of it's still the same thing. They will review everything together. So moving on to, is the evidence of writing first year exam also? Yes. If you have anything that shows that you are in second year, and that's where the transcript comes into play. If you have your 100 level transcript, is enough, or your 100 level results. I don't know whether you call it transcript or results. That is enough evidence that you are not in year one and you are not in your final. So that is enough. But then if you have your transcript up to date, probably you are in fourth year. I will recommend you should submit up to that fourth year. If you are in third year and your transcript is up to date, submit it till date. And if you are in year two, you can just submit your year one transcript, and that will suffice as evidence. And I don't think they are dwelling more emphasis on your transcript. So just present evidence that you're a veterinary student and you're not in year one, nor are you in your year. So I need more explanation in the portfolio. I do not really know this question very well, but I think the portfolio the individual is talking about will be their when they were asking questions regarding describe what MSD scholarship meant to you and how you will use the scholarship money to support your study, either a research or a community service. Or could be when they were asking, list example of your contribution to your community, faculty, animal, and that is related to veterinary medicine. So if it is regarding the second one, and those are the what have you done? What have been your contributions? I think that is what they're asking about in the portfolio. So I don't really get, I'm yet to go through the question on the website. If the individual is available here, if you can read out the question where you see the portfolio, I think I'll be able to provide more insights into that. But if it is talking about your contributions, I think you can just pick it one after the other. What have you done to your faculty? Could be the slightest thing. Maybe you've done usher. I know somebody that puts um this ushering, she just polished it with English, maybe write it in a well organized manner, and then she got it. That is your contribution to your faculty. Maybe having a faculty program. That's one of the you've done something too. And then pick one thing in your community. What have you done to the community that is related to veterinary profession? And then what have you done regarding animal welfare that is related to veterinary profession? Those three. Just find a way to polish it with English, make it explainable, self-explanatory, and then comprehensible. If the person reading it, oh, this person must have done so, make it look big. No matter how small it is how you present yourself that others will see you. So whatever you are writing under that, make it look big to the outer world. Oh, this person, oh, this is fantastic at the end of the day. So that is what matters regarding the contributions, which I believe that is the portfolio the individual is asking about.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Said,
Sorry,
for
please,
that
can I add something
explanation.
to
I
what
believe.
Fred said?
Okay, please.
Okay. So regarding the contribution part too, I also like to kind of quantify, like, okay, now we did an ushering for an event that had over 200 students. Like, quantify what is it like. And imagine you volunteering for a program that animals were vaccinated against rabies. Just sort of into it, oh, maybe you were part of those that volunteered for a program that actually vaccinated over 50 or 100 dogs. I don't know if it's making sense. Like, quantify whatever it is that actually like include in your contribution. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Very well. Like maybe you did a rabies awareness program, you should be able to talk about the impact, the number of persons were involved, what was the maybe the primary goal of doing that. You want to do this or that or that. All right. Thank you so much, Nahima, for that clear. Because of time, we may not be able to take all the questions. I know if we open more room, we'll be getting more and more and more and more questions. So what we'll do is For those that have concerns, we'll open the Vet Connect campus champions group so you can interact more about the scholarship. For those asking about the link to the scholarship application, we'll send the link there, and then you should start the application. I want to encourage everybody that is on this call to give it a try. When you give it a try, you have made it, you've halved your chances of winning or losing. And for me, and I believe there is no failure on the journey. You will always learn. So it's a win-win. So please, I will encourage everyone who is qualified, who is eligible rather, to give it a try. And no one knows, $5,000 can change your entire life and career. So thank you so much. I think we'll give our speakers the 1 minute to wrap up. Maybe one striking thing you want to tell us before we leave. So we started with Nahima, so let's go to Said. All right, over to you, Said, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Jacob, and congratulations today, and you're signing out. So then one what I would like to talk
Thank you,
about is
God.
that please and please try to submit your application. I remember the last application, I know like 10 people, they came to my DM, oh, I wish I submitted my application. I got tired along the line. Yes, nothing good nothing good will come without a little bit of stress. Is either you do the stress or somebody do the stress for you. So $5,000 is a lot of money, like a lot. And I think this is the only scholarship I've seen so far that award such huge amount of money without asking for any report or without asking for anything in return. So please and please, whatever you want to do it well. And then also, if you do not submit, you automatically disqualify yourself. It is better to get rejected than rejecting yourself. This is how it all starts from. Don't think you're not good enough. Don't think you're not outstanding enough. Don't think, oh, you're not the one leading your class. It does not matter. It is how you present your own story. You are unique in your own way. And the best way to show your uniqueness is to apply for this kind of opportunities. The people that are reviewing it know what they are looking for. If you possess such qualities by being able to express yourself very well, trust me, you'll be selected. And I can say the people that are getting this kind of scholarship so far, they are not even the one leading the class. It does not matter whether you are the top of your class or you are the least in class. Put in the effort, attempt, try it. And if you don't try it, you will not know. And I believe every rejection is to make you better, is to make you learn how to polish it and make yourself a better person. It's not a failure. It's a gradual process toward success. So go through your application once again, read, like I stated when I started talking, it is divided into two segments. The one where you'll be talking about yourself, the one where you have to write your own story yourself. You have to tell us what makes you unique, at the same time, what makes you outstanding. You have to talk about that. Then you have to talk about, you have to do a bit research, the other segment of the essay, where they were asking you what are the contributions of veterinarians in the last 10 years. You are not the one doing the contributions. You have to make your research, like I did when I was writing mine. I have to go and search for what has been the contributions in the last 5, 10 years before even starting this project. So you have to go, search, do something like, I call it meta-analysis, combine all the achievements in the last few years, pick the one you think are outstanding, write it in your own words. Don't use AI, please, to write essay for you. Write it anyhow you can write it, then you can now polish it or give it to somebody that is more advanced than you in that field, that can put you through, help you put your idea together. You are still the owner of the idea. So AI cannot be as unique as you are. AI cannot think the way you will think. That's what they want to see. How have you been able to contribute? How And do you think veterinary has been able to contribute? They know you are not the one making contributions. You have to go and do your research. You can write this in that particular segment of the essay. You can write the same thing with somebody else, but the way you present it, the way you arrange it, the way you put it, the way you align it with your career goal will go a long way. Oh, this person is actually distinguished, and that is what makes you outstanding among your peers. So I wish everyone applying the very best, and I'll be available for anybody that needs somebody a second opinion on their essay. Think regardless of my exam, I'll still try to make time and then help you go through it. And I'll be very glad if we have more winners from Nigeria this time around as well. At least it will show our commitment to the profession and show the world that yes, we are making a lot of progress in veterinary profession in Africa too. So thank you very much, the organizer, and thank you very much everybody for joining. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Said, Dr. Said, for the wonderful insights you've given us tonight. I wish I was eligible for the application, but I'm no more eligible anyway. I think the time I was eligible, I had another application, so I had to do a scale of preference and went with that application. And it was an international application. I got to the finals, but didn't eventually win anyway. But I learned on the process, of course. All right. So, Naima, can you give us your parting words this evening? Your final words, please.
All right. So I'd like to bring in something I said. There's one of my favorite quotes that I used to go back to whenever I said a rejection. So it goes thus like, a rejection is an answer, success is an answer, but regret is like a question that I never have the answer to. You know, most people that did not submit or that did not actually like apply, they'd always be like, oh, if you had applied, would I have gotten it or not? Well, that's a question that there's probably not that there'll probably be no answer to. So whatever it is, no matter what, just try to give it your best. Just apply. That's it, and put in your best. And if anybody needs an opinion, reach out to me, and I'm going to do that for them. But at least, please don't use AI too. At the very least, you can probably use some have to check your some apps or sites to check your grammars and to make sure that your essays are looks more presentable. So that's it. If you say your application, please start tonight. Put something down at the very least. So thanks so much for joining. It's truly a privilege to be speaking. I'm a veterinary student, and I'd actually like to see people from Nigeria next year. So at least the same way we had this, that there were 7 people from Nigeria or 8. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naima, for that wonderful insights, all the wonderful insight you've given on this session. I believe everyone has been inspired. Everyone on the call has been inspired. And I believe everybody is going to get their pen and start the application process this night for those who have not started. So we're wishing every participant all the best in your application process. We look forward to seeing you at the very top. So Connect, we remain committed to seeing that we are improving the animal healthcare delivery system. By doing that, we are also building a system of young professionals who are passionate about improving the veterinary system, improving the animal healthcare delivery system. And this program is just one of the things we are doing or we keep doing to see that we are able to help our veterinary students. So thank you so much for joining. We do webinars like this on a monthly basis. So we'll be coming up with more webinars, though on different topics, but I want to bet you that you are going to learn from all the webinars. We'll be doing a whole lot. And for everyone on the call, I'll say that while you are open, why going through your vet journey, be open-minded. explore all the specialties early, explore all of them with an open mind. But as you move through, start thinking of an area you are interested in and start building capacity in that area. Start building a little track record in that area. And when you are leaving school, you will be far already. And then just give application. Any opportunity you see, please give it a try. And at Vet Connect, we remain committed to bringing to you a lot of applications. So if you're not on the Vet Connect community, do well to join the Vet Connect community. I think by tomorrow we'll share a link to the WhatsApp community, and do well to join. Please do well to join. We have a lot for veterinary students. You can't afford to miss. So thank you so much for joining. There are other applications that are not related to vets that I wish a lot of us here could try. There is an ongoing application, MCW Fellowship Program for those within the ages of 18 to 26. It's a fellowship program in the US for young change agents, young leaders. Please, I wish every one of us check it out. For those who are eligible, 18 to 26. It's a very wonderful opportunity. So thank you so much. For those who are